We should all be angry. Anger has a long history of bringing about positive change. My own definition is a feminist is a man or a woman who says, yes, there's a problem with gender as it is today and we must fix it, we must do better. Marriage can be a source of joy and love and mutual support, but why do we teach girls to aspire to marriage and we don't teach boys the same? Of course, I am not worried about intimidating men. The type of man who will be intimidated by me is exactly the type of man I have no interest in. Never ever accept because you're a woman as a reason for doing or not doing anything. Never speak of marriage as an achievement. I am trying to unlearn many lessons of gender I internalized while growing up. But I sometimes still feel vulnerable in the face of gender expectations. Women need to know that they matter. They matter equally. The problem with gender is that it prescribes how we should be rather than recognizing how we are. Imagine how much happier we would be, how much freer to be our true individual selves, if we didn't have the weight of gender expectations. And I want to be respected in all of my femaleness because I deserve to be. Feminist, a person who believes in the social, political and economic equality of the sexes. We must raise our daughters differently. We must also raise our sons differently. Masculinity is a hard, small cage, and we put boys inside this cage. Some people ask, why the word feminist? Why not just say you are a believer in human rights, or something like that? Because that would be a way of pretending that it was not women who have, for centuries, been excluded. It would be a way of denying that the problem of gender targets women. She refused, protested, spoke up when she felt she was being deprived of land and access because she was female. We teach girls shame. Close your legs. Cover yourself. We make them feel as though being born female they're already guilty of something. For me, feminism is a movement for which the end goal is to make itself no longer needed. I find that I'm lonely in my rage about sexism. And that loneliness informs my rage. It's not about individual women, it's about a system. I don't want to sit with someone who thinks that women are objects. I just don't want to. I know I'm able to have empathy for men who have been assaulted, who've suffered. I don't need to imagine that they're my brother or my husband. Feminism and femininity are not mutually exclusive. I've always been the kind of person who thinks that men and women are equal, full stop. Feminism for me is not an exclusive little party that you get to go to when you've read the right books. Teach her that gender roles is absolute nonsense. I look at the world through eyes that are very alert to gender injustice, and I always will. I am interested in challenging the mainstream ideas of what is beautiful and what is acceptable. The knowledge of cooking does not come pre-installed. Because when there is true equality, resentment does not exist.